You're listening to Stream, the podcast that tells you what streaming on platform for subscription, rent, or buy. I'm going to talk about movies coming out streaming on January the 15th. But before I start that, I want to talk about one that came out on January the 14th. It is called Lockdown. 47% on Tomato Meter with a 32% audience score. In Lockdown, just as they decide to separate, Linda and Paxton find life has other plans when they are stuck at home in a mandatory lockdown. Cohabitation is proving to be a challenge, but fueled by poetry and copious amounts of wine, it will bring them closer together in the most surprising way. It's a comedy romance, directed by Doug Liman, produced by P.J. Van Sandwich, Allison Winter, and Michael Leslie. Written by Stephen Knight. Some of the cast and crew: Dula Hill, Lucy Boynton, Mindy Kaling, Stephen Merchant, Chiwetel Ejiofor as Paxton, and Anne Hathaway as Linda. And this one is streaming on HBO Max. Alright, now the 15th. Outside the Wire. 38% on Tomato Meter with a 66% audience score. In the near future, a drone pilot sent into a war zone finds himself paired up with a top-secret android officer on a mission to stop a nuclear attack. It's action sci-fi, directed by Michael Hairstrom, produced by Rory Aitken, Brian Kavanaugh Jones, Anthony Mackie, Ben Pugh, Erica Steinberg. Written by Rowan Athale and Rob Yescombe. 1 hour and 55 minutes long by Pioneer Stilking Films, Inspire Entertainment, 42, Automatic Entertainment, Leading Media, Netflix, and Make It With Gravy Productions. Some of the cast and crew: Enzo Salente as Sergeant Miller, Christina Tonteri Young as Corporal Mandy Bale, Michael Kelly as Eckhart, Emily Beecham as Sophia, Damson Idris as Leo, and Anthony Mackie as Harp. And this one's streaming on Netflix. Love, Sarah. 55% on Tomato Meter, 68% on the audience score. Determined to fulfill her late mother's dream of opening a bakery in charming Notting Hill, 19-year-old Clarissa enlists the help of her mother's best friend Isabella and her eccentric, estranged grandmother Mimi. These three generations of women will need to overcome grief, doubts, and differences to honor the memory of their beloved Sarah while embarking on a journey to establish a London bakery filled with love, hope, and colorful pastries from all over the world. It's a romance movie, directed by Eliza Schroeder, written by Jake Brunger, 1 hour and 37 minutes long by Rainstar Productions, Neopol Film, and Mirage Films. Some of the cast and crew: Candace Brown as Sarah, Bill Patterson as Felix, Rupert Penry Jones as Matthew, Shelley Kahn as Isabella, Shannon Tarbett as Clarissa, and Celia Emery as Mimi. And this one is available for rent or buy on Amazon Video, Google Play, YouTube, Fandango Now, Apple iTunes, and Vudu. Don't Tell a Soul. 75% on Tomato Meter and a 63% audience score. A security officer falls down a hidden well while chasing two teenage brothers who stole more than $12,000. Desperate to get out, he soon tries to convince one of the siblings to set him free and save his life. It's rated R for teen drug use, a sexual reference, some violence, and language. It's a mystery and thriller, directed by Alex McCauley, produced by Chris Magano and Mary Kay Poe, written by Alex McCauley. It is 1 hour and 24 minutes long by Magano Movies and Media. Some of the cast and crew: Shannon Kogan as broadcaster, McKenna Kristen Poe as teenage girl, Rainn Wilson as Hamby, Minna Savari as Carol, Fiona Whitehead as Matt, and Jack Dylan Grazer as Joey. This one is streaming on Spectrum On Demand, or you can rent or buy it on Redbox, Amazon Video, Fandango Now, Vudu, Google Play, YouTube, Microsoft Store, and DirecTV. Some Kind of Heaven. 90% on Tomato Meter with an 89% audience score. This movie, first-time featured director Lance Oppenheim, cracks the manicured facade of the Villages, America's largest retirement community, a massive self-contained utopia located in Central Florida. Behind the gates of this palm tree-lined fantasy land, Some Kind of Heaven invests in the dreams and desires of a small group of Villages residents and one interloper who are unable to find happiness within the community's prepackaged paradise. With strikingly composed cinematography, this candy-colored documentary offers a tender and surreal look at the never-ending quest for finding meaning and love in life's final act. It's a documentary directed by Lance Oppenheim, produced by Darren Aronofsky, Simon Horstman, Kathleen Lingo, Lance Oppenheim, Melissa Oppenheim, Jeffrey Soros, and Pedro Velez. It is 1 hour and 23 minutes long, by the New York Times, 30 West Protozoa Pictures, Los Angeles Media Fund. And this one is streaming on Spectrum On Demand, or you could rent it on Amazon Video, Google Play, YouTube, Fandango Now, Vudu, Microsoft Store, and DirecTV. Promising Young Woman. 91% on Tomato Meter with 88% on the audience score. Nothing in Cassie's life is what it appears to be. She's wickedly smart, tantalizing cunning, and she's living a secret double life by night. Now an unexpected encounter is about to give Cassie a chance to right the wrongs from the past. It's a mystery and thriller comedy, directed by Emerald Fennell, produced by Margot Robbie, Josie McNamara, Tom Ackerley, Ben Browning, Ashley Fox, and Emerald Fennell. It is written by Emerald Fennell. It is 1 hour and 53 minutes long by Focus Features, Lucky Chap Entertainment, Film Nation Entertainment. Some of the cast and crew: Christopher Mintz-Plasse as Neil, Jennifer Coolidge as Susan, Clancy Brown as Stanley, Bo Burnham as Ryan, Laverne Cox as Gail, and Carey Mulligan as Cassandra. And this one is available for rent on Amazon Video, Google Play, YouTube, Fandango Now, Vudu, Microsoft Store, Redbox, and DirecTV. One Night in Miami. 98% on Tomato Meter with an 83% audience score. On one incredible night in 1964, 4 icons of sports, music, and activism gathered to celebrate one of the biggest upsets in boxing history. When underdog Cassius Clay, soon to be called Muhammad Ali, defeats heavyweight champion Sonny Liston at the Miami Convention Hall, Clay memorialized the event with 3 of his friends, Malcolm X, Sam Cooke, and Jim Brown. It's a drama directed by Regina King, produced by Jessica Calder, Keith Calder, and Jody Klein, written by Kemp Powers. It's 1 hour and 50 minutes long by ABKCO Films Incorporated and Snoot Entertainment. Some of the cast and crew: Joaquina Galakingo as Betty X, Lance Reddick as Kareem X, Eli Gorey as Cassius Clay, Leslie Odom Jr. as Sam Cooke, Aldous Hodge as Jim Brown, and Kingsley Ben Adir as Malcolm X. And this one is streaming on Prime Video. MLK / FBI. 99% on Tomato Meter, no audience score. Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. is remembered today as an American hero, a bridge builder, a shrewd politician, tactician, and a moral leader. Yet throughout his history-altering political career, he was often treated by U.S. intelligence and law enforcement agencies like an enemy of the state. In this virtuosic documentary, award-winning editor and director Sam Pollard lays out a detailed account of the FBI surveillance that dogged King's activism throughout the 50s and 60s, fueled by the racist and red-baiting paranoia of J. Edgar Hoover. In crafting a rich archival tapestry featuring some revelatory restored footage of King, Pollard urges us to remember that true American progress is always hard-won. It's a documentary directed by Samuel D. Pollard, produced by Benjamin Hiddle. It's 1 hour and 42 minutes long by Field of Vision. And this one is streaming on Spectrum On Demand, or you can rent it on Apple iTunes, Amazon Video, Google Play, YouTube, Vudu, Microsoft Store, and DirecTV. Alright, well, that is it for January the 15th. Have fun watching the movies. This show is brought to you by Heartland Production Entertainment. If you'd like to help to make the show better, go to patreon.com/heartlandpae.